Okay, let's try this again. I am so sorry about that, everybody. We're gonna try playing the 10 Bells again, and I am looking forward to this game, and I am hoping that it doesn't crash again, because if it does, I'm gonna have to abandon it for when I can eventually get a better computer, which is gonna suck. But at this point, I've also closed a couple things that were open in the background, so hopefully that will help the situation. Um, let's just go ahead and start again. I like the change between the two, just hovering over it. Thank you, Pastel, and hello! I'm glad you could make it in. I am sorry about the sudden crash. Hi there, Coda. Thank you very much. I'm looking forward to playing this game. And again, praying that this doesn't completely crash on me again. Let me real quick double check some stuff. That's good. Oh, that's low. Okay. So hopefully just having some of the background stuff off will help. Keep me from crashing again. Wi-Fi's been bad all day because heat, so I thought it was me again. Oh, yeah, no, it's just my computer being a piece of shit like usual. So, once again, funeral service, venue the 10 Bells, public house. We implore you to explore the premises for any anomalies. If all is in order, please proceed to the private room. Should you encounter an anomaly, we kindly request that you turn back to progress. We look forward to honoring the life of our dear friend taken from us all too soon. Alright. But, let's go in and hope that it's not going to crash. Yep, I know, that's the plan. Stay out of Discord, have everything else closed down. Now we need to figure out the baseline. Game is well done. Got my money's worth out of it in the last week. I'm glad to hear that, Coda. I got this a little while ago, and it wasn't like super expensive of a game. So I'm looking forward to playing it. I'm not sure like how specific I need to try to memorize everything though. Maybe that one green stool in the center. Is that your picture back there, dude? Looks like it. I don't know how specific and subtle some of the anomalies are going to be. Like, should I try to memorize how many of each of these coasters are on all the tables, or can I go upstairs? No. Okay. I love things like this. This is adorable. Where it's just a big barrel set up as a table. I love that. One chair up on the table. I mean, because there's a lot of stuff in here. Not saying anything. Got everything memorized through Nightmare now. Oh, wow. Well, that's fantastic. As I haven't played this game yet, we're just going to keep it started on normal. And we're just going to see how well I do. Oh, you only have pictures on one side? Okay. You're kind of creepy looking, dude. Yeah, that's the bartender over there. Okay, let's look at the bar. So have you just been following anybody who plays this game to go and see, like following this game to see who plays it and watch everybody play it, Coda? You have a white stool in the middle. Okay. Cellar. Can't go in there. Can't go in there. Yes, I like spotting, but I won't spoil. Okay, not a problem. Although, generally, I don't like backseat gaming, but on games like this, I don't mind it as much. Looking for a new Anomaly game. Have you played all of the observation duty games? And like Exit 8 and ones like that? Oh, okay. So coming through here, I'm going to assume coming through this door, because this is the room I started in, I'm going to assume that door is the progression door. Okay. One bell. Okay. Where there wasn't anything before. Did anything change in here? Doesn't look like it. Alright. Well, that was our first level. Not yet. Just went back through Cabin Factory and got all the achievements. Nice. I didn't get all the achievements on Cabin Factory, but I did play it, and I very much enjoyed that. And I like the Anomaly games that have like some kind of lore to them and some kind of story, which is why I was definitely looking forward to this one, because I was told that it had quite a bit of story. Also, I am probably going to do a lot of failing initially in this. We're going to call that an anomaly. Thank you very much. Okay. This is different. What is this? A hairbrush. One must look presentable to keep up appearances. Okay. 2 bells. Yeah, I think we have an issue. I got an achievement called Flying Ooze, further reading. Oh, do I have to go further in? I think I didn't go far enough in for that. Oh, hey, the name is the 2 bells. Okay. Let's see. Stools up. I'm going to assume that the name changing is not a part of the anomalies since it's for which one you're in. I mean, I guess it looks alright to me. Not that I'm really good at the anomaly games at first. I'm gonna take that as yes, because we have something else. Mysterious. Oh, I'm getting an achievement each time I get to the next one. Okay. Mysterious sightings at the Ten Bells. Strange accounts have surfaced from the Ten Bells public house. Patrons claim to have seen a ghostly lady clad in white who silently disturbs the company before vanishing without a trace. A pint glass was seen to move of its own accord. Many whisper of a connection to the ill-omened history that haunts these very streets, and Inspector Aberline is said to be looking into the matter. Inspector Aberline. Oh! The picture's becoming clearer. I couldn't see her eyes before. Or, like, the neckline or anything. Inspector Aberline is... Isn't that the inspector who was after Jack the Ripper? Which puts this in 1880s? Thereabouts? Alright. Let's see. I love how there's this portrait, and then that little mini portrait up there is identical because they're just using the same things over and over again for all of the pictures. And then there it is again, and then that one there is identical to that one there. I mean, just going through it, you wouldn't notice it so much, but because I am actually looking at all the pictures. Specifically, I'm kind of looking at the pictures that are individual that do stand out because they're kind of different. I think we're all good. Yay! And we have something new. Powder to cover the bruises. Oh, yeah, that's... Was she abused? We're going to hold here for a moment because of ads. Because I don't want anyone to have to miss anything. Especially on a game like this. Thank you.
No, you wanted the chicken egg rolls, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
There's a spicy sauce. Do you want the spicy sauce?
I just added it in case any of you wanted anything.
No,
Yeah. No, it's good.
thank you.
Okay, folks, I have dinner. So while we are waiting for ads to finish, I'm going to kind of turn off my webcam here. Because nobody needs to see me eat. I'm a big fat girl, so I like food. So let me go ahead and take that off. And I'm still going to play. It's just going to be slow if I don't drop my fork. I'm ready to pour my resin in these 4 boxes real quick. Can hear you, won't be able to type for a bit. No worries, Shaggy. Enjoy, and I hope the boxes turn out. Like I said, we are going to sit here for just a moment until the ads that I do have going, that I know for a fact are running, are done. Because in Anomaly games, it's always better when people get a chance to see all of the things. And thank you, Coda. I will. I love Chinese food. I have to admit, though, I'm kind of wondering, because you had the slime on the bookcases and they fell out, and I backed up, but it didn't back up the way it normally would, where I was entering the room from the other side. So was that just an achievement that randomly happens, or was that actually an anomaly and it just didn't count the way you would think it would? Also, dude over here is creepy looking. All right, welcome back from the ads, everybody. I didn't really go through the 4 bells yet because I wanted everybody to kind of hang out. That was an achievement and anomaly both. Okay. But when I backtracked, it didn't do anything, which was kind of weird. Something seems wrong, but I can't put my finger on what it is. feel like I should backtrack because this doesn't feel right, but I can't point to you what is bothering me about this. I'm gonna go with my gut. I was right. Thursday, 3rd of May, 1880. I was right, 1880s. Charlie, though a cherished patron, has become enamored with my dear wife of late. This affection has grown most wearisome. Friday, the 10th of May, 1880. She cannot subject me to this. The shame of it is intolerable. Ooh. Was there an affair? Oh. Got blood drips and everything now? She's pretty. Dude, is that your wife on the other side? Did you kill her? Are you hitting her? Oh, okay. Yep, nope. Oh, she's following me. Hello. I'm gonna say that was an anomaly. Lady Chatterley's Lover by D.H. Lawrence. Ooh. That, in the time that it was written, was a spicy, scandalous kind of book. Yeah, I would say that was an anomaly. Oh, I didn't realize you could zoom in. Wait, what? Oh, that's why it looked weird to me before. This side is green, not red. This wasn't this big before, was it? Oh, no, 100%. None of this was this big before. Because I was looking down at everything. Okay, so that would be an anomaly because everything is getting bigger. Or I'm getting smaller, one of the two. We got another thing. Disappeared. Mrs. Clara Hughes of the Ten Bells Public House. Age 22. Build medium. Complexion fair. Eyes color dark brown. Hair color dark brown, height 5 foot 4 inches, weight 9 stones and 4 pounds, clothes black gown with white apron. Good lady, best character. She was last seen leaving the Ten Bells pub Whitechapel on Saturday 5th of May at 10 a.m. on her way to buy tea and cleaning supplies. Any information concerning this lady should be communicated to Henry Moore, Superintendent of Police, Whitechapel. Whitechapel is also where Jack the Ripper did all his murders, although I believe that wasn't 1880, that was a few years later, in like 1887, 88, something like that. I could be wrong on that, though. I'm not entirely certain. Oh, I love to read and I love history, and Jack the Ripper is just sort of a fascinating subject. So I've read a lot of books and stuff about them. So I know it's in the 1880s. I just can't pinpoint what exact year in the 1880s it is, but I know it happened in Whitechapel, and I know Inspector Aberline was the one who got the Dear Boss letters. What? I have a stool following me. I never would have realized it had I not heard the squeaking. Oh, God. Lots of blood. Oh, over here now. Okay. My dearest Clara, I wish to take you away this very night. I cannot bear it any longer. Yours ever faithfully, C. Charlie? Ooh. This was not a happy ending for her, was it? Has that glass always been there? You're the woman in the picture, right? You're the one that got killed. Oh, you're crying. Yeah, that's not good. I'm worried about you, lady. Hello. Okay. That was unexpected and made me jump a little bit. And that was definitely an anomaly. Oof. We don't even really have a picture anymore. My dearest Charlie, the shame of my marriage to Arthur weighs heavily upon me, for my heart belongs solely to you. Each moment without you is a torment, as I yearn for the love we must conceal. How cruel is this fate that keeps us apart when my soul is irrevocably yours. Irrevocably yours. Love, yours in secret and in love, Clara. That's sad. Especially, I mean, I can understand why she might have an affair if he was beating her already, judging by, oops, that one over there, the powder to hide the bruises. It's never ideal, but I can understand it. Now watch, I'm probably going to fail on one of these last two. Although, to be fair, what I've seen so far, a lot of them have been pretty obvious. Okay, yes, that glass is always there. Although I'm sure they're not all going to stay obvious, because this would not be a very long-lasting game if they were. Nothing looks different. Yeah, that's not good. Run, 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 run. I don't know if I'm gonna make this. There we go. Okay. That was different. Oh, hello. You're just turning into a regular banshee, aren't you? Do I not have anything new to look at? Oh, over here. Mr. Arthur Hughes and Mrs. Clara Hughes, the happy, crossed out couple of the Ten Bells Public House. Yeah, I can understand why happy would be crossed out. Ooh. Blood splatter over here, too. Sorry, I'm taking a moment before I go in to get a couple bites. Because I don't want to go in and eat while I'm inside, because of the sort of timed where things are chasing you and stuff like that. I feel like that would not be a good idea. Hello? I'm pretty sure the door closing is an anomaly. Lady, where you going? What? Oh, I can't follow. Oh, no. That was 10. That's not good. That is not good at all. And I can't escape. So do I have to keep going forward then? Hi, Kari. Thank you for the lurk. Oh, private room. Okay. That's right. We're trying to get to the private room. Oh, that's cool. That's cool that they're putting all the different developers and the people that worked on it as portraits. I like that. That's cool. You're still kind of creepy looking in this picture, though, dude. Thank you for playing, but can you escape the 10 bells? Well, that's not good. Here's a question. Who are we? The husband. Oh, no, we're her. We are her. Ooh. Must find a way to escape from this hell. Oh, okay. I mean, to be fair, the majority of the anomalies that they gave me were pretty fucking obvious. I can't read that, probably because I have my graphics set on low. I mean, death from above was the ceiling coming in. That was really obvious once I realized what was going on. Grip of Death, I think, was the big hand. Sign books getting smaller. Interior rotation. I'm not sure what the interior rotation was, unless that was the... Was that the change in the wallpaper? Okay. The 10 bells. Was that where he killed her with the bell in the cellar? Can't leave. Oh no, maybe can't leave was that one? I did have a bell get flung. So that was one of them. The eyes that followed me. I'm not sure what that one was. The eyes that followed me. Oh, was that the stool? Oh, no worries. Hopefully the big files are worth the lag. Alright, let's go see what else we can find. Okay, so this is the normal one. I'm just gonna crash right through it. Okay. One bell. I want to see what all the different anomalies are. But since I have already beat the game once, feel free to point things out. So much more content for Nightmare. Okay. I will keep that in mind, and maybe I will do a different stream with Nightmare, but I did also say I was going to do Supermarket together with Shaggy. So I do want to actually get to that tonight as well. Because it's been a while since we've done that. Oh, I missed one. Okay. I don't know what I missed. Clearly, because I thought it was good. Oh, no worries. is why I don't eat while I'm running through these. That made me jump. I was not expecting that. That might be one. Yeah, might be. The Scorned. I like that it highlights it so you know which one you just did. That's helpful. Yeah, no, I would agree. They did a very good job. I especially enjoy the inclusion of lore that you figure out as you go through the first time. And if, as you said, Nightmare is even more content, I'm definitely going to have to do a stream for the Nightmare mode. I'm kind of expecting something to be wrong with this table when I come through that door there. Think we're good? Yep, we're good. Ooh, more stuff. The body of Clara Hughes, a well-known local of the Ten Bells, was discovered on a street corner near the Ten Bells. Authorities have yet to name a suspect, though foul play is strongly suspected. Whitechapel remains on edge as the search for the mysterious Bell Killer stirs fear among residents. So does that mean that people heard the bells when she was being killed with one? Hold on. I feel like there were more coasters on the tables, weren't there? Missing mats. Yeah, because I remember the first time through going, that's an awful lot of coasters on some of those tables. I don't think I ever said it out loud, but I was certainly thinking it because it was like 5 and 5 and 6 and. Yeah, see? 5, 5, 5. Oh, that's great, Shaggy. I'm glad to hear that. How long is it going to take them to dry? Well, yes, allergies and colds do tend to help with the not smelling horrible things. Well, that's not too bad. Okay. I don't need everything flinging itself at me. Thank you very much. Assholes. Poltergeist. Hitting it with a heat gun every 10 minutes or so for the first hour, just to get a good speed up on it. I have them sitting on a heating pad, which will really speed it up too. Nice! Okay, what do we got here? Drink does little to dull the mind. Each sip brings her face clearer to me, yet her voice distant yet sharp. But a thought came to me in my sorrow. That night, Arthur wore a new apron, clean as a Sunday morning. Strange when it's always filthy by dusk from the day's work. I should have seen it then. No man changes his apron at night unless he's hiding something far worse. Arthur's her husband. Also, Shaggy, props to this game. It's made me jump a couple of times with some of the jump scares. These are how many anomalies I found and how many there are. There's a ton of them. One, 2, 4, 5. 26 of them still to find. I would probably be further done if I hadn't actually gotten through all 10 levels the first time I went through it. What am I hearing? Like it sounded like the floor creaking. Okay. I should probably not touch the bells. I'm assuming. Can I crouch? No. Okay. The light tread. Yeah, I figure, given the way things have run after me before, that if I touched a bell, I would be chased. Watch someone else at rage quit way before this. This isn't a game to rage quit at. You either find the stuff or you don't. Most of it seems to be coming through as fairly obvious anomalies. I mean, there's been a few subtle ones like the difference in the wall color and the missing coasters and like when you shrink the further you got, but if you're paying attention, it's easy enough to find. And with some of the more subtle things, I've been like taking stock of the rooms and like something would bother me, but I couldn't figure out what it was until I went back and looked. Or in the case of the room color, until I came through here again and realized it was green, not red. like a few months ago, back when this first came out, or shortly after it first came out, I'm not sure how long ago that was. I know it's been a couple of months. I did see a little bit of gameplay of this. Was looking for games to potentially play and came across this one on YouTube. And I watched maybe 5 minutes tops and decided this was a game I really wanted to play. And in that time, I did see one obvious anomaly and that I haven't seen yet, where she rips open the roof and looks through. And I watched them go through one time without any anomalies, but they failed, so I'm not sure what the difference was. And then I got the game, but I've not played it yet until now, and I've had it for a couple of months. But I don't like oh, that's not good. Methinks we have an anomaly. I also feel that touching these are also not good. Oh, these are a little harder to see because they're on a red carpet. But these aren't bad to walk around. Like, a part of me wants to, like, touch them just to see what happens, but another part of me is just like, no, let's just find the anomalies and be done. Also, I know I'm taking a very long time with eating and getting my webcam turned on, but I'm only taking a couple of bites when I'm in this room here. Because I don't want to interrupt or potentially kill myself by having my hands off the keyboard and mouse. Hi. How are you? I'm sorry you're dead. Back we go. What is she called? Lofty Gaze. I wouldn't say that. I think this one for me, because they seem to be a little bit more obvious most of the time, that the ones that are a little bit more subtle are setting off my... I don't want to say my OCD because I'm not diagnosed OCD, but like, I like things to be in a proper order, and because I've gone through it, now I'm like, when things aren't the way they should be, especially since most of them have been pretty obvious, so the rest of the layout has been pretty subtle and standard. The subtle ones are like going, hey, there's something wrong with this picture until I figure out what the issue is. I jumped to Nightmare my second day and it gets stupid hard. Well, like I said, that'll be for a different stream when I do that, but I will probably go ahead and do this game on Nightmare mode. But it's going to be a separate stream. Has that carpet always been green? I don't think there's that much green there. The carpet has always been green. Okay. I guess it's just coming from the red to that. I've never really paid attention to the carpet. I've always just looked at the table. Oh, I missed stuff. Thursday, the 1st of April, 1880. I slipped into the 10 Bells under the cover of night, the bar empty save for the ghosts of what's been done. Down with it in the cellar, the air was thick with damp and something darker. I found it, faint, but there, a blood stain upon the stones. Clara's blood, no doubt. Arthur's lies are buried here. I'm closer than ever. Thursday, 2nd April, 1880. As I stood over the bloodstain, the thought became clear. Arthur deserves to pay. My hand went to my knife, the weight of it steady. It would be easy, quick. Okay, so this is Charles's book, I'm going to assume. 1st and 2nd of April. Also, Thursday and Thursday? Dude needs to learn his days of the week. Also, May is after April, folks. Same year. April is before May. So he killed her before he wrote that? Not seeing anything. Damn, I failed on the last one. What'd I miss? Oh well, it's not like we don't have plenty of things. Okay, first one is the baseline. Maybe not. You made me do it. Okay, well, I'm going to assume that that right there is an anomaly. Or not. Oh, the excuse. Okay. I mean, Coda, is there anywhere that, I should pay attention to? Particularly? Oh crap, there's an ad coming up. I should have stayed put for a minute. Gotcha. Yeah, I imagine there would be different ones in nightmare mode. Alright. There are ads coming up. First nook when you enter. Look up and down. Okay. I will do that. But since there are ads right now, I am going to do a quick be right back and run to the bathroom. And when I come back, I will be back on camera. So thanks for hanging out, and we'll be back in just a sec. All right, we are back. And it's just ended, so perfect timing. All right, the first Nook. I'm assuming you're talking about this one? Never really looked up. Also, I know I keep crouching forward because I'm searching, so I'm probably shifting a lot in the webcam. Oh, that's weird. Yeah, that's not normal. Bloody handprint on a paper underneath the trapdoor. Trapdoor. The door you pull up to go into the bar. The hatch. Do I have something new? No. Seen that. Seen that. Seen those letters. You have everything that I've seen, right? Disappeared. Yep. Chatterleys. Yes. Nothing new there. Okay. Nothing new. Looks like I'm missing one thing. Possibly 4 more if anything shows up on the bottom shelves. And there might be room for one more thing over here, maybe? Alright. There's something wrong with the pictures. They're on seas of blood and fire. Ocean of blood. Well, you remember I was pointing out how I thought it was funny that you had the same pictures used over and over again? A lot of times if you see me just staring at something, it's because there's something wrong with it and I'm trying to figure out what it is. I do like that as you're going through the tavern, it's like silent short of the rain. But then you get to this area and you get that really creepy swell of music and everything. It really helps with the ambiance, especially as you're going through in here, trying to figure out what's wrong. It really just sort of adds to putting you on edge. And I think that is probably why this game has actually made me jump a couple of times. Never mind the fact that they were actually jump scares. I think we found an anomaly. Stain of Sorrow. Nothing new. Oh, wait a minute. That made me jump. Hi, lady. Like, I saw the bell, and logically, yes, something should happen when you get close to it. But for some reason, I'm just like, oh, it's just the bell that's the anomaly. Mouth of Hell. That would make sense. Fireplace, lit with fire, all of that. Okay. Nothing new. Nothing new. Hey, Shaggy, you around still? Don't see anything. The cellar door is open. Okay, yeah, that made me jump. They did a really good job with this game. I like this. A glimpse. So, Coda, one of the things, the reason I keep pointing out when it makes me jump is because I don't know how obvious it is that I'm jumping when I'm on camera. But, like, I like playing horror games, but the problem is I don't really get super scared from horror games. Yeah, the jump scares will get me from time to time like they are in here. But there's not a lot of games that I've actually, like, screamed at or anything like that. So it's one of those things where I play horror games because I'm looking for the jumps and the scares. Even though, as a whole, I really don't like jump scares. I prefer the creepy atmosphere, the kind that just sends chills down your spine as you're going through it and you kind of hype yourself up for it. And this game is also supplying that. Just the ambiance, the constant rain sound, and then, like I said, how it's silent as you go through, but you only get the music in the safe part of the game. And then all the lore and everything for it in the background is fantastic and adds to everything. Liminal space games. Like, what are you talking about? Can you give me an example or two? Because you say liminal space games, and the only thing that comes to mind is Superliminal. And I think that's just because of the title. Pools, Liminal Core, Dream Core, Backrooms. Not really. Like, I've watched others play them, and so I understand the concept and why you would ask that, but some of those games, just by the nature of how they are, especially things like pools with all the water, the water effects and everything, give me headaches. So sometimes I have to be careful about what I'm playing because of that. And to some extent, I prefer more story-driven games. So if there's like a really good story behind it, it would be something I would consider, but just going through to solve puzzles for the sake of going through to solve puzzles isn't necessarily what I prefer. And I will stream anything and everything, but when I do, oh, I missed one. When I do stream games, it's generally because I really enjoy the game or I really think it's going to be interesting. Creepy vibes, lighting sounds. Yeah, I think one of my friends, Fallen Ryan, who's another streamer, played either Pools or one similar to it. I don't know what I missed the last time. Partially probably because I was talking and not really looking as heavily as I could. Yeah, I like the games, but like I said, I like having a lot of story to a game. I want to get involved in the story, the lore, to figure out why things are happening the way they're happening. And most liminal space games don't really have that much of a story, from what I've been able to tell. Now, I do understand, like I've been told, the Backrooms do have a story and they are quite involved. But that one, I don't know, I've just never really had any interest in playing. And if I don't have any interest in it, I'm generally just going to pass unless I finally see someone playing it and it looks interesting for some reason or another. I don't know why I went searching through that one, because that was the base. I guess I'm just so used to coming through here and the chairs are up. Okay, well, we're done in here. The Upside Down. Nothing new over there. Have those towels always been there? It might just be that I'm just noticing them for the first time. Which is something I think is funny about these games, because you're looking and you're looking and you can overlook something so many times and just see it for the first time, like 17 rounds in or something like that. Kind of like with that green rug. Something sounds off. Yeah, I'd say it does. Okay. You're not gonna let me leave either way, are you? Okay. But he's an anomaly, so I need to go back. On guard. Nothing new. I see why you said to look up. The corner. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 more. Yeah, especially it might have been one that I missed on at the end of the second run or something, because like I wasn't at that point looking up. I was just looking at the nook. I wasn't trying to go in to look at the ceiling at all. So yeah, she was really easy to miss. But if you know to make that look, or if you took the time to make that look, she's kind of obvious. I like that she's subtle but obvious. I know you don't do creepy or scary games, Shaggy. I appreciate you hanging out here anyway, even though I know you're not really watching very much. Oh, Shaggy, is Ryan still streaming? Unless I play those kind of games with you and it makes it easier. Tell him that Callie has a new creepy game for him. I think this would be fantastic for him. It's not like a super long game, and he's got to look for stuff and take his time, and things are gonna jump out at him. Okay. Let's avoid the bells again. Oh, look, they're covered in blood and on fire. Okay. The dull sounds of pain. He told me to tell you he doesn't like the sound of that. Oh, come on. You can tell him it's not that bad. Unless this game has thoroughly creeped you out from what you've listened to. So then you can tell him it's not that bad. As one person who doesn't like horror games to Ryan, who plays them because he screams like a little girl. And this game has actually made me jump a few times. What the hell? Oh, it's just the shadow of your mustache on your face. Had my headphones on this whole time too. Well, see? There's not a lot of screaming or creepy things, a few jump scares. Tell him it's an anomaly game. gonna say that wasn't the right angle to be looking at that. Wait a minute. Something's wrong. What is wrong here? What is wrong? He screamed at a raid alert while playing a Hello Kitty Island adventure. There is something wrong with the scene, and I can't put my finger on what it is. Oh, he's playing at Tony's. Damn. I bought him that. It was one of his Christmas presents. Is it the floor? Has there always been this much fog on this side? I feel like there's a lot of fog on that side and there shouldn't be. Fog is not one? That's not an anomaly? Okay, but she's one. I can tell you that she is one. The Revenge. She might be one, not sure. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. He said to tell you that it will be on YouTube for you. Good. I'm glad. I'll probably have to watch the VOD of him playing that. Okay, I guess fog is always there. I never noticed how foggy it was on this side. That really threw me for a loop. Another one of those things that you're paying so much attention to, like, other details that you completely overlook something else. That's new. House of Cards. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 10, 11 more to go. Ugh, I feel like this is gonna take forever. I'm sorry, Shaggy. If I get through this level, I might have to call it so we can switch, because I do want to play Supermarket Together tonight and continue, because it's been a while since we've played that. You're in zero rush, and I understand that, but I do have to actually try to play and get off at a decent-ish time, because I do open tomorrow. Yeah, I know. I'm bad at procrastinating when I get going in a game. Because I get sucked in all the time, and that's all I do is keep playing. Well, when do you think you're switching? I don't know. I reached the end. Reached the endless bells. Okay, hold on a second. Let me look at achievements real quick, because I missed a little bit of that. Unlocked all items. Reach the endless bells. Okay, so am I at this point just trying to get through? Oh, last item. Gotcha. The bell, still stained with Clara's blood, found concealed in the fireplace. The truth can no longer be hidden. I mean, that makes sense, it being in the fireplace for that one. Okay, so if I'm on the endless bells, does that mean I'm always going to find an anomaly? Maybe not. Okay. The 11 bells. Oh, I just keep going through it then. And it just keeps going up. Okay. Well, when you're in this stage, are there still ones that have no anomaly? And is it going to restart if I miss one? I made it to 52 bells before I missed. Oh, Jesus Christ. I don't think I'll get that high, honestly. But that was with Nightmare, and that has 20 something more anomalies. Gotcha. Oh, this is the one that I saw. on YouTube. Well, she's an anomaly. All the bells on the floor. The watchful eyes. Kill it with fire. Nope, I'm out. Oh, come on, Shaggy. It's not that bad. The 12 bells. Of course he is, and I'm not there to participate. I thought he was playing Hello Kitty Island Adventure for his whole stream. Thanks for hopping in, Coda. I appreciate it. You have a wonderful day. Even went into DBD for a bit. Okay. Okay. Anomaly it is. You want to slam that door in my face? Of course not. All the way back we go. So I can come all the way back again. She's missing. Uh-oh. Can I go down into the cellar now? I can. This is going to be bad. This is a bad idea. Yep. Can I go back now? Nope. Oh, even better. Uh-huh. Hi. I really do wish I could help you. Could you let me out now, please? Thank you. The last place on Earth. Like, there's a part of me that wants to try to find these last few anomalies, Shaggy. I think I'm up to like 8 or 9 left right now. And then that way, the next time I stream this, I can just do Nightmare Mode. But at the same time, I do want to do that other stream. Excuse you. Rude. A burst of passion. Is that what that's called? 6, 7, 8. 8 more to go. All right, let's try to finish these last 8. Did you see my message, your chat overlay? No, I didn't. We don't have to play tonight if you would rather finish the game. Well, fix your chat overlay. Oh, it got moved. Okay. Okay. Methinks I found an anomaly. What do you think, Shaggy? I didn't even notice it until I had sent a couple messages quickly and seen the top one. Gotcha. Larger than life. Dude is squished. Okay, what's going on with my overlay? I don't know why it's down that far. Yeah, I'm not sure how it... There we go. Ryan just made you shit your pants. Oh, pee your pants? Sorry, I was fixing the overlay and couldn't read the whole thing. Does that look better? I take it he screamed pretty loudly? Well, you know, that is Ryan. He screams like a little girl at a lot of horror games. And that one was... The demo that I played of it was particularly creepy, so I figured that would be a good one for him. His tab is open behind yours, so I can only hear him. Gotcha. I am curious if anything will ever happen with that other door. just about fell out of his chair. Well, tell him I am glad I picked a suitably spooky game for him. The hell? Okay, well, we found an anomaly because there's blood dripped down here. The rug. 6 more. Currently playing with the ghost kid on the playground. I have a feeling this isn't going to end well for him. Yeah, probably not. I didn't even know there was a ghost kid at the playground. Because the only part I remember really doing for that game was there was a demo of a pizzeria that was haunted. I think that's the one that it was. The very beginning, gotcha. Done with that part. Got trapped in the elevator after being chased and stalked by ghosts. Yeah, definitely gonna have to watch the VOD. I'm glad that that game is paying off, though. Aw, I missed whatever anomaly it was. God damn it. Okay, well, this is the base. Hey, Shaggy. Because I do want to see all the anomalies, but I've already been through this so many times. Do you want to do me a favor and maybe look up what I'm looking for? Because I think we're hitting some subtle ones that I'm just 100% missing. Excuse you. That one wasn't exactly subtle. Rack and ruin. So I have 5 more to find. I also feel like at least one of these is going to rely on me finding all the other ones. Do you have them all? Bartender will appear on both side and barmaid's side of the tavern. Clean the blood stain of the penalty. Okay. Taps on the bar will be flipped. Okay. Makes sense. So that's not this one. Bar stool on the bartender's side will start following you. It stops following you when you turn around to face it. No, I already had that one. So the first two I haven't seen that you listed, but the stool following me I've gotten. The very, very bottom one on the left side and the bottom two on the right side is what I was missing. The list on the right was literally missing the bottom two. Everything else was filled in. Okay, there you go. And ad started. Alright, well, we're going to hold here for just a minute while ads run. Okay. Well, I was going to say let's hold here for ads, but let's get this done. Because, let's face it, I don't have very many people watching me. Upon entering the tavern, the door slams behind you. This time the bartender is missing. Arrested for murder. Can leave through the entrance. Okay. That's 3 out of 5 then. Fuck, I missed one. It's probably a subtle one that I'm missing. But it's not the taps, because I'm looking for the taps. I keep forgetting you can zoom in this game. Granted, the way I play anomaly games is not to be zooming in on stuff. Oh wait, this is the base, so what am I doing? Looking for things that are not wrong. Bar hatch on the barman's side of the tavern. Oh! But I got that, but I don't know that I got the achievement. I may not have gotten close enough to it. Let's take a look here. I didn't get the achievement, but I got... It didn't, like, cause me to restart. And when I came out, it was called the Hatch. Wherever that is. Yeah, the Hatch. Gotcha. Well, at least you took a screenshot. And you told me about 3 to look out for, so that works. Hello? Okay, well, I'm gonna say that's one of the 5. What was that one called? The Discarded. Okay, it's not the spouts. It's not him, and it wasn't being able to go out that door. Yes, I have Last Place on Earth. That was the one where I actually got to go into the cellar. Okay, this one is the spouts, because those are wrong. The backwards habit. Okay, so there was an achievement with that one, but you have to step into the blood and die. Okay. That's fine. I'm not, like, achievement hunting. I just want to see all of the anomalies. Like, see them. Okay, so she's not on this side. And I am still missing one more. There are 3 that I can get, 2 of which I know what I'm looking for. This is not it. Chased by the barmaid after she turns into a ghost. Probably. What was it called? Yes. Ten bells, yes. I'm more likely to remember the names of them than you describing them. Because there's been a few times where it's like I've been chased by a ghost or there's been a ghost or something like that. But I have been reading all of the names. Yes. 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 Uh-huh. Yep. 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 Yes. Yes, yes. Yes and yes. Can't leave, yes. The light tread, yes. Yes. Yep. Yep. You already said that one. Grip of death, yes. A glimpse, I believe so. Yes. Yes, yes. The switcheroo I don't have. Upside down, the backward habit. At least I don't think I have the switcheroo. Hold on. Bartender will appear on both his side and the barmaid's side. Okay, that one you've already explained to me. Also, apparently I missed something on the last one. Getting smaller, yep. Interior rotation, yes. Ocean of blood, yes. Yes. Yep. 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 Uh-huh. No. The hell? Okay, so there's another one missing. Because I've got 3, and there's only 2 that I told you I wasn't aware of. But we'll just keep an eye out for those 2. Yeah, you told me about that one. Okay, he's here on this side. Yeah, but I'm not on Nightmare. I'm on the regular one. I don't know what I'm missing, though. There's one... Let me look at what you sent, because a lot of them did seem like they were kind of in order. Slimebook Switcheroo upside down. Okay. And then the Scorned Ascension. Okay, so the other one that's missing is the very, very last one, which might be you have to get all of the others to get that one. So I'm looking for him on the other side. Yep, there he is. Okay, so that should be the switcheroo. Yep. It's not her. Not her. But I missed something. And I don't know what it is I'm missing. I really don't. Okay, this is the base, so this is just normal. Like, I don't know. See, I'm back to the base again, so I missed it again. I feel like the one you said about being able to finally exit the front door has to be the last one. So it's that second to last one that's being missed. And at this point, I just want to know what the fuck I'm missing. Yep, I've gotten that. That one had all the bells floating that I had to avoid. Okay. Because with all of this, it's like she can't leave, and when I first, can you actually escape the 10 bells and all of that? So I feel like that very last one has to be the Ascension one where she's actually getting a chance to leave. Because when we first got through all 10, it showed the funeral and I was Clara's ghost. So in order to be able to leave, I need to get everything else, I think. Oh, and I missed it again. I don't know what the fuck it is. All right, hold on a second. I'm gonna look up a guide on Steam real quick. Automatic anomaly only triggered. Okay, so I got that. There's 2 endings to this game. Okay. After finding all the other ones. think you and I may have looked at the exact same guide. Huh, I wonder. Yeah, I don't know what that extra one is. That's really weird. Oh, I can look at it on my phone. And I see what you mean. I don't understand. Why is there an extra one? That's annoying because then I have to keep going through this. Okay, that is the base. One bell. Am I looking for previous anomalies at this point? Because there's only one left? Because I'm not seeing any of the previous anomalies either. And I'm back to base, so I missed something. Okay, well, we are going to call this here. I'm going to go to Be Right Back screen, and then we will play some Supermarket together with Shaggy, because I'm not going to keep searching for something. I'm going to have to look this up, because everything Shaggy has showed me shows that I, for some reason, have an extra option that I'm missing. So I'm going to have to research into that, because I have no idea what it is. But I'm not going to drag this entire thing out just to find that one thing. But I do want to play this as another stream under Nightmare mode, and see what all happens there as well. So with that, we're going to go to Be Right Back. And then we'll be back shortly with some Supermarket Chaos with Shaggy. So see ya in just a few.